100% completion rate. Great. That's pretty good. Killed this guy. Mental arithmetic. Still have no idea how we got in, how we got out. I don't get any of it. But yeah, that's what we're doing, where we are going to be solving the mystery.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare.
Interesting.
It must be because of his
So he remembers.
spiritual thing.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
And then people
That
die.
reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
True.
I guess coalescence got overridden. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability. I don't know either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Is it though?
Relax, will ya? Minor details.
Is it though?
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
Wow.
It doesn't matter anyway.
No,
one
I
can
don't
use their
agree with
forte
that.
here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Okay, there we go. Oh, already starting with a
there's the
split question. Okay. Cool. What?
I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
But there's nothing there.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Oh, they're locked. And there's nothing there.
Why didn't a problem appear?
That's weird.
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is the fact that Dr. Huesca was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out.
Yes.
The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits, but we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
That's
I have no
what
idea.
I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako.
Correct.
That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Peacekeepers?
Oh,
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
What?
Yomi Hell Smile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
How is he in the It's gotta be like a
Yeah,
projection,
but
right?
he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit.
Oh god, Mystery Phantom Yomi.
Disturbing the peace of Kana, Lord!
Oh, that's a cool design. Kind of
This
Monokuma-esque
guy
with
doesn't
the
seem like an easy opponent.
black and white.
But we have no choice. For Chief Yako. For everyone.
That's cool.
You killed Dr. Weska, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
That is very Monokuma-esque. Reasoning deathmatch. Reasoning deathmatch.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska! You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
Toxic gas, shoe print.
And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder. Which makes you the culprit.
Huh.
Right.
You're...
I don't know. Or could we say that
the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside.
Oh wait, hold on. It's gonna be the toxic gas problem.
Till you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
No.
Then...
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the shoe print, but on what state?
You're the ones who killed Dr. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active.
Say,
Yeah.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
Okay. That's the answer to that? Okay.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab. But something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth? Don't make me laugh. Shit! There was an intruder?
Watch carefully for what the opponent.
Got it.
Okay.
Don't make me laugh. Shit! There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
My claim doesn't hold up.
That's wrong.
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh!
Lab map, airlock device.
If there was another intruder, then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab.
Okay, that makes
Flash
sense.
through this mystery. There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
All right, cool.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Come on, why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
Alright, was there an intruder? I'm almost convinced that the damn intruder rode on top of the robot as we rode in, but there's no way, because the gas. Unless he was behind us and then jumped on the robot after we disabled the gas?
Say,
Let's say no.
Right here!
I was wrong.
Someone must have entered the lab. You forgot what you were gonna do after, what, 3 seconds? Are you a goldfish? I guess you had terrible memory even before you made that pact with me.
Wake me up when you're done with your little skit. I'll be sleeping over here.
Let's try that again. Yes.
Right here!
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh. This is a good thing.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapal on their way out.
Damn it.
After that, they must have intended to leave the lab. But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse. But it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Alright. What do we got?
Really? Another fork in the path.
Hey, what's up, Michael? How did the culprit enter the lab?
Seems like we're finally at the central question. This is the
I-
first step to solving how the culprit committed an
It can't be
impossible
left.
murder.
I want to say
I leave the
middle,
rest to
but
you.
That's wrong. It had me invited
I'm
in by
going to read a
doctor.
book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
I'm liking this case a lot so far. It's very interesting, and I really am confused by all of the options. It has me on my toes. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. He had to have been invited in.
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
So you think the doctor disabled
Yeah,
the
I'm
security?
liking it.
He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
I like the brain tease. Because Chapter 3 was not a brain tease at all.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, I was wrong? I don't agree.
You wanted me to tell you?
I really
should have
enjoyed
said so
the movie,
earlier.
for sure.
People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Huh. I mean, there's only one key.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down. If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
Then it has to be that he was never invited, that he didn't enter then.
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come
I
up
feel
with
like
such
we
a lame
were
excuse.
required to choose that option
I know. I'll do
in
better
order
next
to move
time.
the plot. Anyway, happy Sunday, Michael. I hope you're doing well. Normally I don't stream on Sundays, but, you know, this is just how it worked out this week. Hey, what's up, Mask? Happy Sunday. Or is it Monday? I don't know. Okay. We know that the power is... It's powered by a separate power source, so it can't be this. So it's gotta be never entered in the first place.
Right here!
Nice. Yeah, you guys are...
Culprit never
Would be
entered?
early for you over
You
there.
said there's no doubt the culprit
But
was
hi.
in there.
Get
Perhaps
some
the
sleep.
intruder is not the culprit after all.
Hopefully you have a good week.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide? If
No.
the doctor
Doctor
committed
didn't commit
suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor
nice.
himself.
I still have to get my flu shot. I'm gonna get it at the
There would
end
be
of
no
the month
intruder.
when I go to my doctor.
The doctor was already in the lab.
I have to go for to get my script refilled for.
Huh? This route is wrong too?
How was this wrong too?
Again?
Are they all wrong?
No need to worry,
All the routes
Yuma.
are going to be wrong.
I don't mind it at all if you can't find a way to
All
move
of the
forward.
routes are wrong. I'm calling it now.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you!
But again, I'm yeah, we have to. Yeah, so we just have to go through all of this evidence. All the routes are wrong. This is a trap.
That's right. The
This is a
doctor was
trap.
stabbed 3 times
Every
in the back.
route is incorrect.
One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
Then we're gonna go into the other one and we're gonna show that, but it was on a different power source.
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
Yeah, now we have to do the left option and prove that that's wrong too. They're all wrong. They're all wrong.
Right here!
I like how they're all different
Culprit
colors.
used the blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
Kind of reminds
That
me of
answer
Case
is
2.
pretty simple. Almost too simple.
This was wrong too.
What? This was the last route!
Wow, I'm shocked.
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one
shocked.
of those old detective
Shocked, I
novels.
tell you.
Perhaps
not that shocked.
you're the real culprit, Yuma.
Really, Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
Yes. For her power supply.
The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room.
Yeah.
The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building. What's going on? Were all three routes
All three
wrong?
routes were wrong.
I wonder what it means.
Sorry, I'm just filling my water. I have a cup of ice, and I just wanted to put some water in it. Okay. You gotta stay hydrated.
Hey, there's another
A
door!
new door? I can't
I
believe it.
get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared.
Interesting. The mystery labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
Yes.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
Okay, so we were
so disappointed.
required to do all of the wrong routes.
Who cares?
Got it.
Let's just see what's in the final route.
Okay. Entered and killed
They
via
used
spectral
to
projection?
enter and kill him?
That's not possible.
The culprit is...
Vivia.
I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's
There's no
never
way that's
happened
possible.
before. How dare you trick me! There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
Boom kill.
What? Hold on!
I don't think this is right. Hey, what's up, Josh?
Huh? Another trap?
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivi is the culprit.
Yeah, first of all, how you can't physically touch anything.
Prove it and beat this thing!
Absolutely
I
not.
won't be convinced
Head
until
empty,
you do!
no thought. So far, we're more disproving things
To
than
begin
proving
with,
things.
nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't
Which
have
is
held
really
the murder
interesting.
weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
Master,
It's certainly a
I've
brain
said this
teaser.
1,000 times,
You know, a head
but a detective
scratcher.
must suspect everything. Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
I do. try
Anyway,
to stay
let's
out
go
of
back.
sight.
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
Let's
Now we
try
have to
going
have a
back to the
fifth
fork in the path.
door. Anyway, happy
Maybe
Sunday,
something else
Josh. I hope you're
changed.
doing well. And 1, 2, 3,
Nothing's
4.
changed.
Maybe we have to go
There
back.
aren't any new doors.
That's what I'm saying. The intruder.
What? There's nowhere to go?
Then there was no
What was
intruder.
the point of eliminating all the other paths?
We have to go back.
Come on.
Don't start with that
My
again.
answer was right
How
the
about
first
you
time.
help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain immensely.
Same.
But you know,
Vivian
the
like
journey
me
up to
for
now
real, for
wasn't a
real.
waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it?
You can't handle
No
the
matter
truth.
how cruel that truth may be.
You can't handle the truth. You know, I if I recall, that scene in A Few Good Men was actually ad-libbed, I think, if I recall correctly. Like, it was, I think the original line was supposed to be like, it's, I want the truth, you can't handle the truth, is what the line is in the movie, but I think the original line was something different. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm trying to remember. It was something like, you don't want to know the truth, or something like that. I can't remember. But then Nicholson had like the idea to do the you can't handle the truth, and it was so fucking good. Actually, let me see. What was the original line? It's the you can't handle the truth. Oh, the original line was supposed to be you already have the truth. Jack Nicholson improvised the line, you can't handle the truth. So the line originally was supposed to be, you already have the truth. And you know what? It wouldn't have been as good, you know, I want the truth. You already have that truth. But then you get, I want the truth. You can't handle that truth. Oh, apparently that, okay, cool. Just noticed that the hotkeys I set to that do something different when I'm in Edge. Oh boy.
Can I handle it?
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet
Nicholson
you're not sure
is one
either.
hell of an actor.
That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet.
Damn.
Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you have to prove your conviction and expose the truth, like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation.
Correct.
So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path?
Cut with the sword. Just
That's
cut
right,
it.
Shinigami. We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Cool. How does that work?
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do.
The anemic
But if Master
vampire.
wants to,
It's such a good line.
then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Shinigami puzzle. Here we go.
Puzzle it out. Tick-tock, nice.
Yeah, there it is.
That's right. Great.
I'm a pal. Okay. I am a pal. That's cool. Ooh, stairs.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Improved Hangman's Gambit.
Perhaps
Even
I
more
said too
improved
much.
Hangman's Gambit.
Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life. I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless.
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
His catchphrase. Take the stairs.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Omapal.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How is it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but since Omapal can get through security, it must be important.
I didn't know. I can never tell sometimes when it's like an actual thing I need to climb or if it's like just a walk and talk section. Oh,
It's sealed off here, too.
cool. I get a
Hey,
feeling another
there's an
death match
intercom.
is coming up.
Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
Yo, what
No
if it's
way.
Mystery Phantom Wesker?
Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Somebody come
Isn't
help
this the
me.
footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized.
Ooh.
Must be related to what the doctor just said.
Who are you was directed
So
at
the
you.
question is, who did the doctor say, who are you, to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the obvious wrong answer.
I can
They can't
certainly understand why you'd want to choose that.
It can't be
But
that.
wasn't security
He did
active
find a
at that
couch
point?
too. It's pretty funny that there's this
I
couch.
considered all the various
Then it
possibilities,
had to be
but I
Amapal or
couldn't
Noble.
figure out a way to get past the security.
Well, why would he say that to Amapal?
If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the doctor's lab at this point. Which means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
At this point in time, you still
So
hadn't borrowed
no?
Amapal, yes?
Yeah, why would he say it to
And
no one?
Amapal
That's so
itself as an
weird.
alibi. However weird it may be to talk about a robot having an alibi. And normally, I don't believe anyone would shout out, "Who are you?" to a robot.
Right.
What?
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer?
That's so weird.
Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right? And that was before I borrowed Amapal.
Yeah, this case is so interesting.
So the only
like, my
explanation
brain
is
is
that no one was
definitely
there.
scratching.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I think if we
What
go
was the
there,
doctor's
we'll
motive?
find the answer.
Was it to open
What?
to have
That
us
route
open
obviously
the door?
just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
No, that's important.
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
So,
Oh, thank
Master,
God they put
do you
Shinigami in
have
the
an idea
back.
about
That
what
would
the
have been
geezer
a
was thinking?
nightmare if we had to be like behind Shinigami.
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
But why?
An act? Really?
But like, why? What is the
The
motive?
doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
Ooh, excuse me. Reasoning deathmatch with the doctor, maybe? No, it's Young again.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons!
Monokuma over here.
He had no motive at all!
Well, you said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Alright, reasoning deathmatch again. Deathmatch. Photo the doctor's email.
This
Hold on. I'll leave that then.
was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood.
Say,
That's right.
Okay, so I have to wait till something
This was
that
all
says
part of the
betray.
doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his
that's a
soul
weird
into his
one.
work. The research was going well.
If it was going well,
This was all part of
then-
the doctor's plan.
he didn't have a plan at all.
That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show.
The doctor misunderstood. You probably
Don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was going well.
But it wasn't.
The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
This is the truth.
Yomi is like a mixture of
Doctor was planning on
Sephiroth
betraying Amaterasu
meets
Corporation.
Monokuma.
He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Where'd I put that?
Yomi's rebuttal? What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu, and whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
Sorry, I'm looking for something.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
Ah, there it is. Found it. Found it. Ah, found it. Cool. Sorry, need to find something. There we go.
Which means this is a complex problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than
How
before.
did the doctor plan to escape?
Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
As always.
The blackout, maybe? No. Swapping places? Terrorist bombing. Do I have a key for this? Is there anything in that email? Here we go. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Hiding. It appears that some folk quits. Profit enough from this already. It's dangerously useful. It's money over funding and research. I'm gonna try the blackouts. No, it's not it. Swapping places? Terrorist bombing? Oh, swapping places with that. Oh, football sucked. It sucked. It sucked horribly.
Oh, the door actually opened.
So he was
I
gonna
knew I
scar
could
a
let
body
Yuma
beyond
handle it.
recognition and pretend that it was his
Are you
or
sure
something?
you weren't a phantom?
No, it sucked. We lost our quarterback to injury, and now we have massive... there's a bye week next week, thank God.
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu.
My fantasy team is doing pretty
The
good,
notes he
though.
left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the
But
diagram
now,
of the sulfuric
I don't know
acid being
anymore.
poured on
I
someone?
need a big touchdown from
He was going to
Jalen
swap
Hurts
places with
here
a corpse,
to-
then
to
melt it with acid.
be in a good spot for fantasy.
He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition.
It was going really
That's
well.
how he
and
planned to
then
fake his
the
own
Jets got
death.
a touchdown, which hurt me.
And at the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kunai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque!
Jesus.
So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, "Who are you?"
Perhaps
Interesting.
that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
But then how did the killer get in
He was
instead?
Lure master?
Objection. I forgot to log in.
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the
I got it
hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system. And thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
Interesting.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
Oh, that's a, okay. What the fuck? Restricted area.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab,
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now. Aw, so close.
you want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
I don't know. I still haven't figured that out yet. I still don't know.
Where are we?
This place is a real mystery.
Huh.
Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master! This looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death! We are at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
No, I don't think they did. I think they rode on top of the Omapal. So the answer is yeah, I don't believe that.
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him.
This doesn't
Which
make
means he was
any
murdered
sense.
before Amapal entered the doctor's
But
lab.
how did he get it? I don't get it.
Your answer? Is correct!
Also, this is a really fun,
Congratulations, Master! Would
this
you
is
like
a
to double
really
down?
fun,
What are you talking
artistic
about?
styling they're going
Anyway,
here.
let's keep going.
It's weird, but I like it. It's funny. I like these stick figures. I don't understand what's happening, though.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet.
Yeah, which
It had to be between when we spoke to the
doesn't
doctor over
add
the
up
intercom
properly in
and
my
when
brain.
Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapal. She said no one entered or left the lab.
And my brain hurts so badly with this case right now, in a good way. What am I doing? How long is this hallway? Jesus. Why did it need to be so long? I can never tell sometimes with this game. Alright, we're back here.
Huh? We're back on the original
Yeah, normally
path.
the transition point's early, though.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
This is
Hiding in the...
a map of the critical lab.
I don't know. I don't
So
know.
we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
I
We'll have to solve
appreciate...
them one at a time.
I'll say this.
Let's start with this mystery.
I appreciate not knowing. Because some of my big problems with some cases, especially Ace Attorney, when I like the games, there are a few cases where it's like, oh, that's the killer, this is how they did it. I already know everything before even going into the trial. And that makes the case less fun. The main culprit of that is it 5-2? No. Yes. No? Which is the case at the school with the goddamn like principal or like the headmaster. And it was clear as day he was the fucking culprit. Like, and we knew before even going into the trial that we knew how it happened, we knew who it was. For me, that case, I didn't, it's not that I hated the case, it's just that, like, yeah, it's just like, yeah. I knew it, and it took me, not took me out, but it definitely made
If we
me
know
a
where
little
the
more
culprit was
bored with
before
the
they got
case.
in,
Because I already
this
figured
route
it
will be
out
clear
before
too.
going into the trial. And that bothered me.
do you know where, Yuma?
Oh, spot selection. I have no idea. Sure. Mistake.
As long as the security was still live, no one could enter the doctor's room, don't you think?
Yes. Here,
In the decontamination chamber?
the culprit must have been here.
What? But then how did he murder the guy?
Yay! It opened!
Like, I don't...
After the exchange on the
Get it.
intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
But how did they get in ahead of us and stab 3 times?
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
So a hallway like
Yeah.
this, you have to just
The
hold
culprit
forward.
was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible? Only Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
This whole place is just
The
breaking.
researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Nope, motion denied.
And we're back
Another
here.
fork in the road. Such a complicated
I
mystery
love Vivia.
labyrinth.
Vivia's great. How did the culprit use ammo? It stood on him.
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
It's neither. It's neither. Could have been as a shield, but I'm gonna say, well, okay, if I say this. No, I don't. No, I don't agree with that. I'm gonna say neither. Like, neither of those options make sense to me. Wait.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Okay, hold on. When did we first see the body? Was it before or after Amapal got tipped over? If it's after, then that's the thing. When the tip over happened, we disabled all of the fucking security. Like, the only thing that makes sense to me is we disabled all the security. The killer stepped on Amapal, knocking it over as he leaps to stab, and then gets the fuck out of there? I don't know. I'm so confused.
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything,
It's literally
so
seconds.
it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon. And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I'm so
I
confused.
think we'll find out if we continue down this
I'm
path.
so confused. I have literally no idea.
Huh? That was the wrong answer? Come on, Master!
So that was the wrong answer?
Huh? We're...
Maybe not.
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
This is
Yeah,
such a weird
I wonder
case.
why.
Like a good case, but a weird case.
Huh?
We already answered
Even
that.
the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapao. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
God damn it, Vivian.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it.
Is
Leave
this where
me
the gift
alone.
comes from that I used?
If you want me to leave you
Please,
alone,
please.
then help my useless master
Please shake him.
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapao? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapao was used?
out! Help him out more! More, more, more!
There it is.
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot.
That's adorable.
right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the
Shake,
culprit
shake.
did something.
Shake, shake.
The culprit did something to Amapao?
Clues are always
So
there,
good.
right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail?
The footprint?
Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey! Now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapao sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
What was that?
No, it's alright. It's stabilized.
What was that?
There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapao.
It was for like 2
It
seconds,
returned to
though.
normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You
I know,
just
this
haven't
lies
noticed
down again.
them.
I love him.
Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else
Is
unusual?
this where the footprint?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapao's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapao, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera?
But even if they'd gotten ahead,
If
they
the
would have
culprit went
died.
past Amapao to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapao's camera?
I don't know.
hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
I hope this case at the end makes me go,
Yuma,
oh, that makes
the
sense.
mysteries you face now
'Cause
can
right
be
now I got
solved
nothing.
with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
You talk too much. I said you talk too much.
Oh, one mystery after another!
You talk too much. Homeboy, you never shut up. I said you talk too much. Homeboy, you never shut up.
What do you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction.
So I need an answer to all
Why
of
didn't the
these. That's
culprit appear on
one
camera?
thing. Done.
All this can be solved with just
One answer. Can we play a Shinigami puzzle? On top, on top, on top, on top. I've been saying on top the entire fucking time.
I got it!
I've been saying this the whole fucking
Culprit
time.
rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
This doesn't answer some of my problems. Like,
The door opened!
I don't understand how he doesn't get affected by the toxic gas. Like, the toxic gas doesn't make any sense. I legitimately don't understand. Like, I legitimately don't get it. I legitimately am so fucking confused right now. I don't understand. Oh my god. Hey! What's up, Holly? Welcome to the stream. I'm currently in the middle of having my brain broken by this game. Because this case is fucking bonkers. What's up, Beep? Hi, everybody. You're just in time for me to be losing my shit. This case has been absolutely bonkers shit head fucked me in the butt. I'm so confused. I appreciate you, Polly. Not really. We're trying to figure out how the culprit entered this locked room, and a lot of it's just blowing my brain in that, like, you think you get the answer, and then the mystery's like, nah, you don't get the answer. That's not the answer. You're like, I got it. And then the game's like, no, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You don't have... Anybody here who does not follow good friend of the stream, the Polly Plushing, make sure you give Polly a follow. Polly plays a lot of fun visual novels and other cool things. But yeah, I appreciate it. Hello everybody from Polly's stream.
With every open door,
We are in
it will be
case
harder for you to turn back.
We are in case
Are
4
you sure
of
you want to keep going?
Master Detective Archives Raincode, which is essentially the spiritual successor to Danganronpa. It's the same dev team behind it, same writing team and stuff. From Tokyo. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I believe it's Tokyo Games, but it's spelled like Too. This is chapter 4, which is the 5th chapter, because there's a chapter 0. Game is good. I like the mysteries a lot. Case 3 was pretty meh, but that's kind of like in line with how the writing staff is. Case 3 kind of always sucks, it seems. But this case has absolutely made up for it. This has been a really good case. Also, the music slaps.
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Masafumi Takada absolutely delivers another great soundtrack. I'm so, like, I've been saying that he had to have rid...
You said the culprit rode on top of Amapal.
Like, I've been saying that the entire time, but I don't understand...
Literally what I said.
Some
the culprit
things.
rode Amapal and used it to get through.
Because if he rode on top of Amapal, when we get into the toxic gas chamber, how does he not die to the toxic gas? Is he wearing a spacesuit? That would be stupid. But also, that's the only answer I can think of, is he was wearing a spacesuit. Because that's the only way. And then it doesn't explain the very split second and when the murder happens and then us turning the head. Like, it's so fast. It's so confusing.
After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device.
Jumped on
Then
top
they
of the head.
jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
Yes.
That's insane.
Is it?
But correct.
I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
Uh-huh.
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there
Standing
from the
on it.
culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab.
Also, I love
By
it in
doing
Twilight.
so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the
Phenomenal
lab.
character.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One
The toxic
major
gas?
mystery remains.
The moment of the murder? I got a couple things that I'm questioning.
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery?
For me right now, it's the toxic gas. Okay, well, we're not in a toxic gas
This is the
chamber.
panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
Wait. I think I get it. I think I get it. I think I get it. The door takes so fucking long to open. Right? The door takes so long to open that when we press the button, he simply, from standing on top of the robot, slipped in over the top of the door, gets in, stab, 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 runs across, and by the time we walk in, kicks it over. I still don't get the toxic gas chamber part, but whatever. I'm gonna let that slide for a second, but that's absolutely how he did it. Because the door takes so long to open and we have to back up, move left, go straight. It takes a while. That gives him plenty of time to actually get in and murder. It's after we press the button.
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Because when the arm goes out, you can't move
Not
until
exactly
you retract
what
the
I was
arm.
envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved.
You
so
know,
let's
this
clear it out.
I get. Yeah, no, this I get this
It's
part.
me.
When we press the button. While opening the door. See, press the button. He's gonna jump over,
Culprit murdered
climb
the
over
doctor
the door.
before Amapel entered the room. Which
Right there.
means the culprit had
Get
to
it.
have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this.
Yep.
That's when
Okay.
the culprit took their chance.
That makes sense. That animation.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
That's why he had time.
Like this?
Stab, stab, stab. Stabby, stabby, stab. Oh boy, here we go.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Monokuma.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to
The
do.
only hole that is in my deduction
course.
is the toxic gas chamber at this point, in my opinion.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you! The culprit hopped off Amapel as the door opened.
It's definitely this.
Then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Think the Slaughter Artist. Think about it. If Amapel's line of sight changed just a bit,
Slash through this mystery.
Can't move its head while the arm is extended. That's part of the design of the
Amapel is
robot.
designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here
This track
alive.
slaps so much. I'm telling you, Masafumi Takada doesn't fucking miss. Masafumi Takada don't miss.
I get it.
Just
So
slap her,
Amapel
just
couldn't
banger after
move while the door
banger.
was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Banger after banger
Since
after
the door
banger
opens
after
outward,
banger.
it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates.
Yep.
That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
Uh-huh.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapel's design, and even the direction the door opens.
Then stabby stab stab.
Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display? A room of nightmares?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
I like this slow motion walk right now. Go again.
With this thing!
Hey,
Sitting
you.
match. God, this was like
When the
4 or
culprit
5?
entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
So what if he did notice?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
He's
Yes,
literally deaf. He
it
can't
is.
hear.
If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned
He
to face
wouldn't have noticed if he wasn't looking at the door.
Which means he wouldn't have
Nope,
been
not
stabbed
correct. Nope.
in the back.
Nope. He can't hear.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Nope.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Remember, he reads lips.
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom. Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
Damn, it's mean.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
My claim doesn't hold up! No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Yes, he could. Yes, he could. Give me the doctor information. It's information. It's information.
They come-
Information. Yep. The doctor had hearing issues severe enough that he could be considered deaf.
Culprit quickly entered the lab,
That one's true.
but the doctor was in the room at the time, right?
Was.
There's no way you missed an intruder. Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
It was that first thing. Alright, second.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
What, really? But he was deaf.
Say,
Uh,
Yeah.
then why didn't it
The
kill?
culprit quickly
That's
entered the lab.
dumb.
But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way you missed an
I hate
intruder.
when they do things like that.
Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep.
God, that was
Is there any trace of him being drugged? Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
This is the truth!
It's so dumb because the noisy part of the footsteps can also be part of the information. That is a bad one. I hate when they do
The
that.
doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Is that Ace Attorney does this as well. It's not. there are parts of the answer in a statement, but it's not the statement it wants you to do. Running is noisy, it's not false.
Now you're
So
spouting
I
nonsense.
get it, I don't like
Say
it.
whatever you want, it won't save you.
Because you can say running is noisy, but then the answer is, but he's deaf, so he wouldn't hear it. I get it.
There's a gaping hole in your
I
logic.
get it, but
And there's no way you're gonna
Ace
fill
Attorney
it at
does it
this
too
rate.
sometimes, where it's misleading.
Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivius said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Here's the thing that's... Oh, I guess he could have hid back in the decontamination chamber.
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
Well, I mean, I don't think the culprit's identity is a mystery. It's clearly the hitman. He left a knife behind that said F on it.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
Thank you.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
Damn, that's actually a good point. Shit. That's actually a good point.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting
We
at?
haven't seen the culprit at
In
all.
my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Reluctance.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Interesting.
Hey!
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation?
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your
Crazy.
deduction, shall we?
Crazy theory.
The culprit took advantage of Amapau's locked position and entered the lab.
Crazy theory.
And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind.
What if Chief is the killer? And not the hitman? Then the hitman killed the Chief.
However, they bumped into Amapau while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection.
No, it
After
can't
that,
be.
the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the
Why
airlock
would
to
Chief
hide
do
from
it?
you.
Like, why would the Chief
That's
do it?
correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Why was
Which is?
he killed?
How did the culprit get past security?
Well, the original security.
What?
We already told you that.
Well, not the toxic chamber,
The
though.
culprit rode on top of Amapau as Master controlled it and was
But she's
taken
not
all the
talking
way to the
about
doctor's
that
lab.
security.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
They wouldn't have gone off. We use the forte of Fubuki to rewind time. They would not have been shocked.
Oh.
This is the end for you!
That's Fubuki's
You have
forte,
nowhere left to
right?
go!
I'm surprised that we're not bringing up the toxic chamber, okay?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
I don't really get why
No, I'll fight.
the voltage stuff matters.
Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Like, maybe I'm missing something, but
Good luck! You'll never find it.
they would know about Fubuki's forte if they were Chief. And the toxic chamber doesn't kill immediately, it kills in 30 minutes. Chief got stabbed. Was it Chief? No, they're... it's starting to seem like... It's starting to look like it's Chief. I'm not gonna lie. It's starting to look like Chief was involved. I don't like that, but it's starting to look that way.
You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice.
Chief would know about
You'll
the
run
time,
away
the time
looking
forte.
for an answer that will never come!
Oh, I don't like that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, I hope I'm wrong.
Keep playing
Forte.
with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
That's true.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it! Don't tell me the culprit is a robot!
But... that's right.
Keep... playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Oh, God.
Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
Come on.
Right.
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
Say,
right.
So it's definitely the
Keep
forgery.
playing with
Trying
your
to find
shit,
the safe
Deductions.
it's on.
Solve the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Okay, no living human could breach it. Ooh, he's down to a knee.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high-voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, it went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit,
Would also die.
the human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
That's fucked up.
But
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
I didn't kill anybody. They willingly stood on top of that thing without our knowledge. They killed themselves. Don't you put that death on me. It's not on me. They knew the risks going into it. They knew what could happen. That's their fault. Don't be gaslighting into thinking I'm responsible here, Vivia. It ain't me. Not me. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What?
what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Was it Vivia? Vivia's starting to act like it's personal with Vivia. What the fuck? This is weird. Why do I have to fight Vivia?
Let me ask you.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber?
That I don't
It's
know.
impossible to avoid the gas.
That's true. It is impossible.
The culprit would surely die.
You would?
You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Yeah.
No ability can nullify its toxicity.
Well, that's not actually true, I guess. I don't have anything that proves that.
Once it hits you, you're done for. You'll die before reaching Wesker.
That's not true.
This is the truth.
30 minutes. This is weird.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas, and no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapal taking you to the next room.
Who would do this?
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just pass through the toxic gas?
It's the only
And then
explanation
die
that
over and
makes
over
sense.
again in the next room anyway.
This is the truth.
But it's... But who
can't
would do
believe it.
that?
But
All to
the
kill?
culprit really did just endure the toxic gas.
Then they...
Are probably dead by now.
Culprit. The culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes?
Why does this feel like it's Vivia saying I'm the culprit?
Isn't this what you wanted?
He wants to die someday.
Huh? What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Vivia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
What?
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is? It's the hitman, right?
The truth is worthless.
That's a final boss.
Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanamura, Amaterasu! They both belong to me!
Okay. This has been a lot of reasoning death matches.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poison.
That's... Oh god, it's cheap.
If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing
It's cheap
here?
then.
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas.
Somebody is
But
dying.
that was
from
part of the
something else.
culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Fuck, it's
Yuma.
Chief.
Are you sure you want to face the
Chief is a
truth?
killer.
Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Wow.
Your deduction is wrong.
Oh man, it really
Don't
is
disturb the
cheap.
peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
This, I'll expose the truth!
Man, this is sad.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using
That's nice.
Hitman.
Yep.
The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from
Why
toxic
would
gas.
she do it?
So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor.
He was hired to kill.
They were
Chief.
hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the
Because
culprit?
the hitman
Not the
doesn't
doctor?
send a note. And that was the
Doctor
letter he
was
was
stabbed by the
reading.
knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All you would need is a similar knife.
Yep.
The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back?
Man,
It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right?
I'm sad.
I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop. Stop!
How was
You
there
useless
DLC
garbage!
with the chief then?
To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in
Don't
my
answer that.
city!
We'll find out when we eventually play the DLC.
There is
which I
no
will.
real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Trying to cover this up.
What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
That's what I don't get.
The real culprit.
Real culprit is
Real
chief.
culprit is...
The time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world.
That the detective killed.
Knowing this, will you still expose the truth?
Yeah.
Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's
Man,
target.
oh, this is
I
so depressing.
I've known all along.
I liked Chief.
Now, expose the truth. Do
I
it
liked Chief.
if you want to burn the world down.
But I liked Chief. What was the clue leading to the true culprit? This photo has to be important.
The bloodstains photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman.
I have a bad feeling the person pictured with the woman that we can't see is Chief.
That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case.
Can we see the
The
unedited? Can
blood
we see
obscured the
photo?
person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
I see purple hair.
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No! Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
Why is Yomi so adamant to prevent us from... That's what I don't get. Why Yomi is so defensive of this part. What is Yomi, like the chief's kid? That's his dad or some shit? That'd be fucked
I
up,
don't
dude.
understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side.
That would be some
wanting you.
fucked up shit, actually. It's not Yomi. It's Chief. It's Chief. Oh, the mirror shatters. But why was Yomi so defensive of that? Why did he not want us to see the truth of that too?
Yako.
I'm guessing Chief was anonymous. Does that mean that Chief worked for Amaterasu?
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
What's the logs? So if I'm assuming that Anonymous is Chief. Doctor, we have trouble. Someone has discovered our deal. You should go into hiding for the time being. It appears it's time to call... Okay, the doctor's to him. It appears it's time to call it quits. We've profited enough from this already. It's too dangerous to leak research and confidential information any longer. I shall fully withdraw from here. With this money, I will fund my research. From Chief to Doctor. Are the rumors true you intend to leave Kanai Ward? Doctor, don't tell me you're plotting to take the research and run. I hope you already know this, but you have nowhere to go. From Chief to Doctor. What's the matter, Doctor? Are you ignoring me? I'll not permit any betrayal. I've told you before, but you have nowhere to run. Prepare yourself. It has to be Chief. And Chief knows about the Forte. To rewind time, so he knows that he would that he could abuse that. Where's that picture? She probably died at the hands of the Doctor or something, or Amaterasu, and that's why he holds such a grudge against the Doctor or against Amaterasu. Probably something there. Oh, god damn it. Well, I love that VTube studio just crashed. Hold on. Of course, during like the part where I'm trying to figure everything out. There we go. Okay. What else is here? That's true. That, okay, so that was part that he made that. Yaku made that. There's a section missing here. I don't really fully get what that's about. That was part of that. Wonder if Makoto has anything to do with this.
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the chief
This
was
is
the hitman's
messed up.
target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Yeah.
Hold on, Master!
Damn, this is dark.
Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder?
Yes.
He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
Interesting.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter.
And he wants to protect
But-
Chief.
I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
That was sent by Chief.
Why would the chief send it? If he was the killer.
To make it look like the hitman was the killer.
Answer me, Yuma.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger,
Yep.
which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place.
For us to be there. For
All the master
peacekeepers
detectives
to be
headed to the
there.
secret lab because of that note.
Sorry.
Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
The forte,
Huh? Their abilities?
the disguise,
But
spirit channeling.
the death threat wasn't sent just to the
Except for Halar.
detectives.
Halar was just there to be
The
a badass.
peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Oh, the disguise ability.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility.
And I don't know how
They did
Case
it by
5 is gonna top
disguising
this
themselves
shit.
as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
This feels the closest to a Danganronpa case this game has had so far. right? This is the closest feeling to a Danganronpa case, because you're just like, no, character I really liked is the killer? No, but I like them. Why are they the killer?
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
No, that was the hitman. Oh, shit.
No, that's not it! The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went... No, that's not it!
It is it. Hit the wrong button. That one was fast. I wasn't expecting it all to always
The chief
be
was
right
with
there,
me in
but
the
yeah.
security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it.
That's the first time they made you actually
So
wait
the
for
only
the
person
answer.
it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
Yeah.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skins
Man.
time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
Vivian
the only way to
kinda
get
knew
past
all about
security
this, it seems
was to
like.
use both Amapal
Vivian
and
solved
that
this
Forte.
already.
The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder.
Yeah?
What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all!
And kicking a man while he's down.
Master, grab that coward and...
Yeah, shut up.
Enough!
I think we've gotten
Why
to
did it have to
Yuma's
come to
breaking
this?
point.
Chief Yago saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him.
Damn. Shit.
So, why? Why did you do it?
It's because of her.
Is this about the woman in the picture?
It absolutely
Chief,
is.
please tell me, or I...
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
It's probably his wife or girlfriend.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts.
Yes.
The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding. But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
Eliminate the chief?
He's kind of already dead.
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die.
He's already kind of dying.
But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door.
So, I mean, we can just take him
Will
out.
you still bury him in the name of truth?
I mean, he's dying no matter what we do.
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
We all did.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch.
Damn.
Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the
He was
investigation.
trying to protect the chief.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away.
Try to protect us.
Exposing the truth won't save anyone.
I can understand. I can understand.
Neither the chief nor you.
You've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia,
Rough.
you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this now. Like, I've been enjoying the game. This is the case that has now made me really, really like the game. This case, like, is up there with some of the better cases I've played of, like, any of these kind of puzzle progressive visual novels. Like, this would, even like if this was Danganronpa, this would be a good Danganronpa case. Like, it's a good case. There's a lot of emotion in it.
I always averted my eyes from the truth.
The mysteries are really good.
For my own sake.
The characters
my
are
own peace
really
and
good.
quiet. But I could never say with
It's
confidence
heartfelt,
that I was
it's
proud
sad,
of myself.
It's kind of got everything you want in
In
a
the
good
end,
case.
I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
And trust what?
Definitely the penultimate
You signed a
case.
pact with the Death God and your desire for
Like-
the truth. I want to see your
You know what it
conviction.
reminds me of? It reminds me of Case 4 of Danganronpa 1. Sakura's case. Right, it reminds me a lot of Sakura's case. Which I think is a great case. And being the penultimate case definitely, like, really drives the emotional hammer home.
As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices.
In murder.
If you must bring down the chief, then I will lend a hand.
Based Vivia, dude.
I won't avert my eyes any longer.
Absolutely based.
I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
What a terrible day for Rain. Still gotta do the comic book, though. Still gotta do the comic book. Still gotta do the comic book. about hiding.
Step right up, step right up! Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters!
Here we go.
Truth bombs
Careful,
are
hold
about to be
case.
dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The human being
Yeah,
has to reintroduce him to society
I'm excited
first.
to see how they end this game.
Yeah, with
Right?
that
I
out of the
definitely
way,
want to see, like,
posing
how
as a
it wraps
hitman,
up and,
the culprit
like,
sent a
are they
death
gonna
threat to the
lead to a
peacekeepers,
sequel?
the detective agency, and the research lab.
But don't answer that. We'll find out later.
At the same time,
Next
they
weekend.
contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate
Also,
the
there's
research facility.
DLC for the chief. I wonder if that takes
They
place
spilled the beans about
before
Prince being in
this,
danger
or
to
I don't
lure both
know.
the peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
It seems interesting that
You
there's
see,
DLC
the
for
master
Chief
detective's
when
presence at the
dead.
scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Raincode at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Tetsuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
Told the doctor's in danger.
I'm like I said, I gotta see how this ends.
Made a
to
fool of
see
you,
how they
Master.
would do a
What a
second
dick.
one,
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom.
but it was him faking.
We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap. That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies.
Fake.
He really got you there, Master.
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem.
He really wanted to fucking kill
Next
him.
up, the panel chamber and high-voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was insta-death! But thanks to that sheltered escape, we got all the continues we could want. So, we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
He
The
did?
culprit had anticipated we would get through this way.
I killed him a couple times.
They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing! Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Grips was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Yeah. Easy
Then,
peasy.
the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. They knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
Yeah.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
Oh, okay.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth.
God damn, man.
The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot.
Jaco Furio! It was you!
Sheesh.
I will expose the truth.
I have a sneeze and it won't come out. Ah.
But why? Chief Jaco, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here. Bloodlust.
Surging bloodlust.
Overflowing despair.
Yeah, I'm feeling that one.
The brilliant sword of Shinigami.
And the auto
Expunge
balances.
this cursed case! Death to all deplorables! To the final mystery labyrinth!
Damn. Interesting.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Buzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual.
Interesting.
I wonder why.
Very interesting.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Is there more?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought?
We don't have the motive.
If so, we could
No,
just
we don't
leave,
have the motive.
right?
No, we don't know the
No.
motive.
We haven't uncovered everything yet. No. There are still some mysteries remaining.
Why?
Huh? What's remaining?
The motive.
I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case.
Kinda is.
Don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. No, I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master.
Yeah, also, Josh, I would agree with that. I like Case 2. I thought Case 2 was really cool. Alright, here we go. We're not done here.
Puzzle it out.
There's motive?
You're wrong. Great. Keep that up.
Oh, I think I get it. Which I think is related to the motive, personally. Love when I get these. It's the email. The email. The email. Check in the email. Strong bad, check in the email. Why the butt shot? Check in the email. Like Zelda rip.
Oh, it's a secret dungeon! The labyrinth must be breaking down
You're
so
strong,
slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end. until you reach the truth.
I feel like the email has to do with the motive. I feel like this has to do with the motive. I'm glad we did not try to finish this last night. We would have been never finished on time. I would have been dead tired at like 3 in the morning doing this.
Do you regret this?
Ooh, it's all black and white.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I've been thinking. Remember what the Chief's soul said? If you keep that in mind while knowing who the true culprit is, doesn't it seem like he wanted you to find the truth? Even though he was the culprit himself.
Why is that?
Maybe there's a hidden truth behind this case. The Chief wanted us to find it.
There could be some anonymous person involved.
If Anonymous is part of this case, they must have a motive for killing Dr. Wesker.
Not anonymous?
The doctor knew about the secret dealings and was planning to flee from Kanai Ward by himself.
It definitely seems like Chief was anonymous.
Could it be that Anonymous took advantage of Chief Yako by instigating him to commit murder?
That's anonymous is somebody different.
It's unlikely the Chief just happened to kill Dr. Wesker right as he was planning to flee.
If that's true, Anonymous isn't just involved in the case. They could be the mastermind, the Grey Eminence.
Gray's my 13th favorite color.
Why are you telling me that now?
13th favorite color, by the way.
The case is already solved.
Aye. Who are
All
you?
these crimes were committed by Yako on his own. Now, get out of here.
Big Donkey Kong 64. Get out. Get out.
What was that voice?
Someone's trying to stop us from solving this mystery. Now we know. The mastermind is somewhere within this labyrinth.
Get out.
Mystery Phantom, question mark.
Get out. 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 Get out.
Did you guys ever see the movie Get Out? Anyway.
What's with this guy? Creepy.
We can't let this stop us. There's one more truth still hidden here. We have to find it. We need to know why the Chief committed this crime.
Right. We'll figure this out.
It's in a death match against unknown Mystery Phantom. Damn, the case is still going. Can't wait to get a B on my stamina. We're repelling, we're
Get out. The case is solved. Solved.
That claim doesn't hold up! No, it still isn't solved yet! I will discover who the mastermind is!
Big Danganronpa vibes, trying to figure out who the mastermind is.
I will solve every mystery! I will not turn away from the truth!
Death threat, lab map. Death threat? That map is interesting.
Goes the culprit. Everything is done by Yako alone. He hired Pink the slaughter artist. There's the murder weapon. We even killed the doctor. Yako acted alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There's nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
Not that bad.
Speaking of which,
The map? Oh, it's the map. Okay. It's the lab map.
Yako's the culprit.
I got it. It's the lab
Everything
map.
is done by Yako alone. He hired Pink the slaughter artist. There's the murder weapon. We even killed the doctor. Yako acted alone. So what about this Anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There's nothing connecting Yako to Anonymous.
Let's slash through this mystery.
The lab map. What if
Chief Yako tried
Makoto
to
is
hide this
anonymous?
book, along with that photo of himself.
I'm almost wondering if Makoto
It was
is
strange for him to have this in the first place.
Because it definitely
This is
seems
the
like
link
Makoto
between
would do.
Anonymous and the Chief.
Kill you. In the name of justice. Kill you.
Name of justice? That's something Yomi would say, but we already dealt with Yomi. Photo storage key security. It's in storage. Oh. This is some Yomi shit right here.
Anonymous doesn't exist! Yako wanted everything! Who cares about some map? It doesn't prove a damn thing!
Say,
right.
Okay, so we have to wait for that.
Anonymous doesn't exist!
Anonymous.
Yako wanted everything!
who cares about some map?
It doesn't damn thing! It has nothing to do with the doctor's murder! This... anyone could find it!
This is the truth.
Oh, it is Yomi.
The floor plan the Chief had was from the lab's storage.
But that room was locked.
And that explains why
No one could
Yomi was
enter
so
it.
adamant to
It was
defend
completely sealed
this.
off.
That explains why Yomi was so adamant to defend all of this shit.
Only the director of the
Okay.
Peacekeepers had access. So, the only person who could have gotten that floor
So
plan was
Yomi was anonymous?
Peacekeeper Director Yomi.
The anonymous person who gave Chief Yako the floor plan and pushed him to commit murder was... you! The director of the Peacekeepers! Yomi Hellsmile!
Can we reap his soul? That would be great. Can we do that? I'd like to do that. Please?
You were the mastermind. You were pulling the strings from behind the scenes. You instigated the Chief to commit murder!
I never thought someone as empty as me could feel so much emotion.
That emotion is
This
anger.
is the first time in my life
It is.
I felt this angry.
How did you do it? What did you do to drive the chief to murder? Answer me!
I'm not telling you anything, idiot.
Then die.
So what if you figured it out? Who cares? It's too late now, you pathetic ingrates. Everyone died just as I planned. Now no one can stand in my way. No one can lay a hand on me. You should be grateful. I'm cleaning up this city.
What did you say?
Master, I hate to admit it, but Yomi's right. You can't do anything to him here.
Well, that sucks.
Why not?
He manipulated Fuzzhead from behind the scenes, but he wasn't the one who murdered the doctor. This mystery labyrinth is for the murder of Dr. Huesca. You can't punish Yomi.
Then what can we do? He has to pay for what he did!
We can't do anything! That's why I'm freaking out too!
So, exposing the truth would be pointless? Then why have we been seeking it all this time?
The truth is meaningless. I'm in charge in Kanai Ward. I have to laugh. Who could have guessed things would go so well? Yako Furio was a pain in the ass. The only reason I kept him alive is for this moment.
Jeez.
He didn't even realize I was manipulating him into killing the doctor for me. How stupid can you be?
I can't wait till this guy dies. That's gonna be satisfying.
You'll pay for this!
Master, time's up. The mystery labyrinth is about to be destroyed.
If only we had found out what he was up to sooner, we might have been able to stop him. Still, I should be able to bring this memory back into the real world. I'll remember this confession.
I mean, there's nothing we can do about it.
I'm not sure if it'll help, but I'll interrogate him once we return to the real world.
How are you gonna do that?
It doesn't matter. I'll cover it all up.
Yeah, he has like all this power.
You're all nothing but scum beneath my feet. I'm untouchable.
Till somebody kills him.
And now, I'm gonna dispose of you like the trash you are!
We are kind of in a pickle. When we get back to the real world, we're kind of fucked. Like, we are kind of fucked. Oh, Chief did it. Okay, he was a detective. You're all detectives. You're all guilty. I'll kill you all. Makoto gonna save us again? Where the hell is Makoto?
Hey, hurry up! Execute these scumbags immediately! Criminals have no rights!
You will pay for this!
What's with that look? Are you seriously going to defy me? Well, I don't care. You're all going to die now.
This is real bad, Master! He's serious!
Wait, Director Yomi Hellsmile. We know all about your secret dealings with Dr. Weska.
What? Did you say something? Maybe I'll kill
You
the
just
loudest
fucking
one of you
whipped him.
first. If you have something to say, go ahead. I can't hear you. Come on, who wants to be the first to die?
Where did you get whipped from?
Damn it!
Forget it. I guess I'll just kill both of you at the same time.
This guy isn't listening to a thing we say! If he was the real culprit, I'd boot kill him!
It's all going exactly how he wants. Solving the case didn't help anything.
Goodbye. Hope you enjoy the worst nightmare of your life as you die.
The only one who will be having nightmares is you.
Hey, Makoto is actually here to save us.
You! I thought you went back to the surface! What are you doing here?
Well, Yomi, there's something I want you to see. What do you think of this?
The case file, the files. Oh damn! Makoto's gonna throw him under the bus. That man is fucked. What does extra legal even mean?
How did you get that?
Most of the secret deals you've been making over the years are listed here.
Oh shit.
Looks like someone's been cooking the books.
Cooking by the book.
You conspired with Dr. Weska and leaked Amaterasu's technology to other national enterprises.
Yeah, the shareholders are not
money
gonna
you
like
obtained,
that.
You bribed the right people to control this city.
Lies! You made that all up! Hey! I don't care if he is the CEO. Arrest this masked freak! We can't let this outsider barge in here and take control of this city!
He's not an outsider, though. He's
Capture
the
him.
CEO.
Execute him! Chop his head off! Crush his skull! What's wrong? Why are you just standing there? If you're scared, then I'll offer a bounty! Whoever kills him gets 100 million shin!
They're not gonna do it.
Why won't you obey me?
Oh man, karma.
He's using false information to tear the Peacekeepers apart! You want that? You'll all be out of a job! Kanai Ward is better off without people like him! This city's fallen into ruin ever since he showed up! Now follow my orders! This city doesn't belong to him. It belongs to me, the great Yomi!
I'm sorry, Director Yomi. This city doesn't belong to anyone.
I thought she got crushed. I thought he killed her. I thought she was dead.
Martina, you're alive?
He said he crushed her in a press.
Makoto stopped the execution
Oh.
order you issued.
Oh.
I am here today thanks to him.
Get fucked. Get Omega fucked.
Martina is right. Kanai Ward belongs to everyone who
He was
lives
willing
here.
to do anything for her, for him.
It doesn't belong to you.
And his trying to kill her got
Shinigami?
yeah, the karma.
Probably best to stay quiet and watch for now.
Yeah, we do not say a word. Just watch.
So, you're on that freak side now? I won't stand for this. You're a member of the Peacekeepers! I won't allow such insubordination!
You're fired.
Director Yomi, there's something I'd like to say to you. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to consult with a lawyer.
Lawyer, really?
What?
Your reign is over, Yomi Hellsmile. Now, everyone, arrest the offending suspect. Please, Do not be too rough. Even criminals have rights.
Damn it.
I love this.
Damn you! Mark my words, you masked bastard! Yomi Hellsmile will be back! And when I am, I'll kill you! I'll rip you to pieces for taking everything from me! You're all dead! I'll kill every last one of you!
Get
As we discussed before, upon receiving his punishment, I hereby resign from my role in the Peacekeepers.
smart.
You don't have to.
She's out. She doesn't
I
want to-
must.
No, she wants to
This is
fall.
my way of taking responsibility as his accomplice. Well, Chief Executive Makoto, I hope you will see to the rest.
I can't blame her for quitting.
Sorry for causing so much trouble. That should settle things for now.
What's going on?
While the Peacekeepers had their hands full with the lab incident, I snuck into Yomi's room and looked around. And there, I found this file. It's all thanks to you.
Don't tell me. You meant to bring us here to be a decoy from the start?
Nah,
It was all just a series of coincidences.
we all got played.
Looks like I wasn't able to die once again. Well, at least things worked out.
That was really dangerous. I thought you were done for, Master.
Makoto showing up really saved us. Though it seems like he was using me and the others.
That pisses me off. Let's give him a piece of our minds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about what happened to Chief Yako. With Yomi gone, there's a change in the winds of Kanai Ward. Even through the endless downpour, I will rebuild this city from the ground up. Because I love this city more than anyone else.
I see.
By the way, how did your investigation at the secret lab go? Did you find what you were looking for? You know, the so-called immortal monster, the homunculus.
No, I didn't find anything.
Maybe homunculi are just rumors. But let me know if you'd still like help in your search. If it's within my power, I'll permit you detectives to search anywhere in Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
Well, I need to get going. You should return to your friends. I'm sure they're worried about you.
Plus, you need to tell everyone what happened to Fuzzhead.
Oh, one more thing. I have a gift for you, my friend. To express my gratitude.
A gift?
Kanai Ward will be reborn, thanks to you.
Is he proposing to us?
I haven't done anything.
Yes, I'll marry you.
No, that's not true. Please accept the gift. We're friends, aren't we? Oh, but don't open it yet. It's a bit of a surprise.
Sure. Okay.
I'm scared.
See you later.
I'm scared of what's in the box. That's gonna be chapter 5.
Look, he is back!
I don't know why she's still trying to do that. He's
Are you alright? We saw a bunch of Peacekeepers heading that way.
Well, how did the investigation go?
God, we have to break the news to them.
The case is closed.
Closed? Really?
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Now the Chief can rest without any regrets.
Rest? Wait. Do you mean the Chief? Wait, you're joking, right?
He passed away quite a while ago. I was hoping he would live until Yuma and the others returned, but there was nothing we could do.
A while ago? And that means he was dead before the Mystery Labyrinth. No, it can't be. Chief Yako, please, tell me you're only sleeping. I will turn back time now, so please, open your eyes!
You're not gonna be able to go far back enough.
Stop it! There's no need to keep pestering the chief.
But...
I wish I could do something too! But he's dead! As a detective, you should understand that. Don't sob like a baby. I want to cry too, but...
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Was he already dead? Or was it due to the Mystery Labyrinth? We'll never know.
I think I'll head home now.
Damn.
My business here is done.
This is fucking brutal.
So cold-hearted. As usual. He's like an emotionless robot.
Vivia. We should head back too. With the chief, of course.
Where do we go from here? Invention detective. Why are we mentioning that in these? Like, it's gotta be important. Oh, that explains where the whip came from. The mining district? That's gonna be where we're going in case 5. Man, on the rooftop.
Master, how long are you gonna let this get you down?
As long as
I know
it
you're
takes
shocked that Buzzhead was the culprit. But you and I solved it together, so shouldn't we be celebrating?
Shouldn't have got me. Read the room.
Solved it?
Read the fucking
Yes,
room.
we did learn the truth. But it didn't resolve anything. What's the point of solving something if it doesn't save anyone? In the end, we still don't know why the chief did it.
Yeah, the motive is still unclear.
How could you even consider it solved?
I understand why you're upset. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now. Yuma? I thought you'd be here.
Alright, she's got to be the one to bring us out of our depths of despair, right? Cute girl?
Kurumi.
I just promised I'd give him some alone time!
Are you sure you should be walking around alone at this hour?
I heard about Chief Yako. Hey, Yuma. Did we make a mistake?
No.
If we didn't try to find that secret lab,
No.
maybe Chief Yako would still be alive.
No, this was always going to happen.
I don't know if what we did was right or wrong. But either way, I think it would have ended like this eventually.
I'm glad to see that you've returned safely.
Thank you.
To tell the truth, while you were at the lab, I looked into Chief Yako's past a bit.
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
I was just curious.
Remember, she is the...
Do you remember that talk on the
She is the
submarine?
best. She's the only informant.
To me, this town is my life. My bitter past,
Bitter
my fun
past.
memories, they're all right here. I just wanted to protect the happiness I found within arm's reach. But it wasn't easy. It was too much for me to handle on my own. And as a result, I lost everything. I was an empty shell until you all came along.
In short, the Chief lost his wife 4 years ago.
Damn.
She was a researcher at Amaterasu's lab.
The Chief's wife was an Amaterasu researcher?
On top of that, his wife's death was declared an accident. But there seems to be more to the story. At the time, the lab's head researcher was suspected of leaking technological information. It was the Chief's wife that blew the whistle. If what she said was true, he would have been removed.
She was a
But
whistleblower.
on the day before the commission came to investigate, an experiment went wrong and exploded, killing her.
Damn.
It's obvious that someone was trying to silence her.
Yeah. Chief Yako probably suspected that too. He was conducting his own investigation.
I'm gonna guess it's the same experiments that the doctor was doing that got canceled, probably after the explosion, or because of her whistleblower.
In the end, I don't know what conclusion he reached.
So that's who the Chief wanted to protect most.
Damn.
It's what he meant when he said he lost everything.
And the person his wife accused was... Weska.
Dr. Weska.
Do you know who that is?
No, it doesn't ring a bell. It's getting late. Let's head back to the detective agency.
Damn.
The Chief's final words. I think they were actually meant for himself.
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind.
He didn't lie. He didn't lie at all.
But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
But I think he was wrong. Because everyone is mourning you, Chief. Chief, I've made up my mind. No matter how cruel it may be, I will expose the truth hidden in this city.
What a fucking case, dude.
Hey, did you come up with this dish yourself? I've never had anything so tasty.
Didn't we already do this?
Thank you. Cooking is all I'm really good at, after all.
Huh?
Are you hungry? Can I make you something at the agency?
What?
Well, I guess I haven't eaten in a while.
That's like the exact same conversation they had when we
This
came here in the
is
first
gonna mix
beginning.
something dangerous into your food. I suggest you stay far away.
I'm confused.
All right. What should I make? I need to cheer you up.
Ramen. What's ramen? Ramen's good. Did it just say that #1 is a muscle-toned physique?
I'll go on ahead and make something in the kitchen.
She seems rather considerate. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
I wish you'd be more considerate to me.
Yuma, does light shine into your world now that you've obtained the truth?
I don't know. It's like you said. I feel as though the world's ended.
Damn.
I tried so hard to find the truth. Should I not have done that?
You should ask yourself that tomorrow.
Sleep on it.
The you of tomorrow will have an answer for the you of today.
As
That's a
usual,
pretty good
I'm
phrase.
not quite sure what you mean, Vivia. What's that?
It was hidden in the drawer of the chief's desk. It seems like a letter from Anonymous.
Anonymous? You mean Yomi?
Of course, he didn't know Anonymous was Yomi.
Yeah.
This letter mentioned the truth behind his wife's death 4 years ago.
The truth?
It describes how Dr. Weska conspired to murder her. The facts were laid out, cold and calculated. I wonder, how did the chief feel when he read it? It's not hard to imagine him burning with a desire for revenge against Dr. Weska.
And could you blame him?
By the
Honestly.
way, this letter arrived right after I was dispatched to Kanai Ward. In other words, the motive and means were both in the chief's hands.
So the letter was the trigger.
In my ghost form, I've seen the chief staring at this letter in secret many times. Back then, I didn't know what he was reading. But I know the chief was thinking about it constantly. Perhaps the map of the lab was sent together with this letter.
Probably.
If so, then it was a total setup.
Yep.
I'm sure the chief deeply regretted using our fortes as part of his crime. Or maybe that's just the truth I seek. Maybe it's nothing more than wishful thinking.
You might be right. I think the chief wavered back and forth the whole time.
Revenge
Yeah.
is a really good motive.
I agree.
It really is.
Some people think Vivia is cold-hearted, but I think he cared deeply for the chief. He really did admire him.
Well, I
Yeah.
think he's terrible at showing it. He needs to work on his facial expressions at the very least.
By the way, Yuma. Yomi definitely was the mastermind who worked in the shadows to put this together. But that aside, there's one more person I'm curious about.
Kodo?
You mean Makoto Kagutsuchi?
Oh, there it is, finally.
Do you think it was a coincidence he brought me to the lab today? Or...
Ow.
Oh, the phone.
It's a call from the WDO. We should go back inside.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, number one, I assume, is probably calling. Who apparently, has an amazing physique. The Invention Detective. This is gonna come up. Why would you mention this if it's not gonna come up in Case 5? That this detective was not summoned to Kanai Ward. Hey, it's number
I
one.
know about Yako Furio. Who could have suspected that a proud detective of the WDO would commit murder?
He doesn't know anything.
If only the World Detective Organization had sent support to Kanai Ward sooner.
Stop it. There's no point in saying that now.
I can hear you. Enough idle talk. Focus. The only thing a detective must do is solve cases. Concentrate on solving mysteries. Emotions will only shackle you as a detective. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. I know you're suffering from the loss of your chief, but the investigation must continue. Until Kanai Ward's ultimate secret is revealed, the great global mystery will never be solved. These are heavy responsibilities. It demands your complete attention.
In that case, please tell us, what is the great global mystery? Many master detectives have already been killed. Keeping us in the dark could lead to more deaths. Like what happened to our chief.
Very well. The great global mystery is a mass kidnapping case.
A mass kidnapping case?
Kidnapping?
Yes, countless people from around the world have been kidnapped and taken to Kanai Ward.
Great.
We are searching for the heinous criminal responsible.
Great.
Heinous criminal? Lots of people have been taken to...
Mass human experimentation.
But where could they gather that many people in this city?
Well, I have an idea.
Huh? Seriously?
Alara seems to know something. You'd better go have a chat, Master.
The restricted area. They could gather all the kidnapped people
Okay,
there.
we're finally going to the restricted area.
That would be the perfect place to hide them.
I was planning on discussing it later, but there is some new information about that place. It appears that the restricted area does in fact have a corpse disposal facility.
That's fucked up.
However, there are lots of rumors about the restricted area. For example, they even say it's a corpse disposal facility where bodies from Kanai Ward are dumped off. What? That rumor was true?
In Kanai Ward, corpses rot easily due to the humidity from the rain, so they are quick to retrieve bodies. The corpses are then loaded onto trucks and transported to the restricted area for disposal. But that process is managed by a department with a handful of people working directly for Amaterasu's CEO.
Oh, that's not good.
On top of that, they are only involved in transportation. They aren't aware of what happens afterwards. How the bodies are buried and who buries them is a
I don't
mystery.
know if they're buried.
All of this secrecy around the burials. It's suspiciously cautious.
That's awfully assuming.
The CEO is that Makoto guy, right? Does he have something to do with the corpse burials?
But how is the global kidnapping case related to a corpse disposal facility?
Ace 5.
I know! They are forcing the kidnapped people to bury the bodies!
No.
I doubt it. Why bother kidnapping just for that?
Anyway, there's definitely something happening in the city. Something sinister.
We just don't know what it is.
While we're at it, perhaps I should share the information I've obtained as well.
Huh? You got something too?
That anemic vampire knows something. I sure wish we'd gotten the whole story right away.
I don't know if it has anything to do with what's going on here. But while I was using spectral projection to search for the secret lab, I kept hearing about a strange rumor in town. There's a taboo among Kanai Ward's residents, something they must never discuss in front of outsiders.
Taboo?
He's probably the only one who could have learned that. I doubt anyone would mention it in front of detectives.
So what was it about?
The Blank Week Mystery.
The Blank Week Mystery?
Unfortunately, all I know is its name, and that it's taboo to mention it in Kanai Ward.
Huh? That's it? I don't get it.
Well, it does sound ominous. Maybe it has something to do with the mass kidnapping and the restricted area.
But all we have to go on is the term.
The Blank Week Mystery is taboo in Kanai Ward. I wonder if Kurumi has heard about it. I should ask her after this meeting with number 1.
She's an informant who may be hiding information. If that's true, we'll have to torture the info out of her.
The Great Global Mystery in the restricted area.
The Blank Week.
The Blank Week Mystery. And a heinous criminal pursued by the WDO. After coming this far, we're still discovering more mysteries. How are they all connected? What is going on in Kanai Ward?
Listen closely, detectives. If this case is ignored, more people will fall victim. You are the only ones who can stop it. The World Detective Organization never overlooks a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed.
What do you do if you do a mystery labyrinth
As
of
always,
the world?
we are aiming for a perfect solution. Now that I'm involved in this case, I will guide us to that end.
Okay.
Go forth, proud detectives. Eliminate all
What?
Well, he's dead.
What's going on?
Well, he's dead.
What was that flash?
See ya.
Number 1, I heard an explosion.
That guy died.
What's that? Another branch. A news flash. All right, give me the video feed.
We bring you breaking news. The WDO headquarters has been struck by a terrorist bombing. Here's live footage from the scene. You can see the fierce fire consuming it. For those of you just tuning in.
Terror attack?
The WDO. What's going on?
That's not good.
What is this? What is happening? Master, this is...
Oh, shit. Makoto's present. It's sleeping gas.
This...
Great.
Must rewind.
No, it's gas.
Makoto's the
Everyone,
bad guy.
hold your
Got it.
breath.
I wanna die someday.
Cool. Makoto totally used us.
Master?
Makoto is the bad guy, the mastermind behind everything. Great. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that bastard. Oh, how are we gonna bring Makoto to justice? B. Still get an S. Okay. We gotta watch the intro. I gotta watch the intro. Now loading.
Where am I?
This is not gonna end well.
Something's there! Run!
What was that? Where are we?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good! Oh man, this place is giving me the creeps!
Well, let's just look around and figure out where we are for now. What the heck was that? No, wait, I have to figure out where I even am.
Fuck am I? Unknown.
This is...
Oh
Alright, I'll ask the question. Should we investigate? Or should I call it here and we pick this up?
Hmm.
I do want to kind of like... Oh god, what is the... Oh, it's Kurumi. Kurumi.
Kurumi!
Yeah. So we're in the restricted area, aren't we?
She's dead!
She's not dead.
No, she's not! Kurumi, wake up! Kurumi!
Makoto's sleeping gas doesn't kidnap us.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yuma? Where am I?
I don't know. I just woke up too.
What is this place? I've never seen anywhere so... creepy.
You don't know where we are either?
This gotta be the restricted area, right?
It's raining, so it's probably somewhere in Kanai Ward. But I don't recognize anything here. Who knew there was a place like this in Kanai Ward?
There are some rundown shacks over there. Looks like a rural village.
Hey, Yuma. Do you remember how you were brought here?
Let me think. Smoke suddenly came out of my pocket, and I fell unconscious.
It must have been a powerful sedative. You were instantly KO'd. I got knocked out too.
And I remember seeing on the news before I passed out, the WDO building was bombed by a terrorist.
Huh? It was?
Could this be related to the explosion? Who could have done this? The criminal being pursued by the World Detective Organization?
What's going on? This is totally bizarre.
And where is everyone else from the detective agency?
If they were taken away like we were, then they should be nearby. We should search around here for now.
Master, be careful. I'm worried about that weird shadow from earlier.
Right. What was that thing?
Chapter 5. And then I was gone. Interesting name. I wanted to read that.
It's so creepy here. It's like the afterlife. You have no idea what the afterlife is like, kiddo. Want me to show you the real thing?
Come on, let's go.
I want to go back in that building. That building has a thing. There we go. It's gonna be real dark going back and doing the gab when he's dead. Alright, I'm gonna actually make the executive decision. This is a good place to stop. I think this is a good place to call it. Oh, just us. No help this time. But yeah, we'll pick up Chapter 5 on Friday. And then we'll finish it on Saturday. That's the plan. For anybody here that's played this game, how long is this final chapter? Is it like a chunky, long chapter? I imagine it's probably long. At least I'd imagine it is. But yeah, no, Chapter 4, really good chapter. Like, I really liked it. Very big fan. And I looked forward to continuing it. The whole thing is pretty long. Cool. Is there like a really good natural breakpoint on Friday? Where I want to split it into 2 streams? Yeah? Good. Alright, well then, we will pick it up on Friday, and then we'll finish it Saturday. And then when the DLC releases, like the final DLC, I don't know when that is, but when it comes out, we will do an entire stream of just the DLC. Because from what I've looked at on YouTube, it seemed like every case was about, the DLC cases were like 45 minutes to an hour long. So we could do all 5 of them, or 4 of them, or I think there's 5. We can do all of them in like one stream, in like a 6 to 8 hour stream. So that's the plan. But yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I know it's a Sunday, not usually my stream day.